Students, today we are going to start Unit 2 of the subject Understanding the Human Being Comprehensively, Human Aspiration and its Fulfillment. Subject code ROE-074. I'm Ashutosh Kumar Gupta, Assistant Professor, Mechanical Engineering Department, Greater Noida, JLBITM. So today we will be studying the second unit of this subject. The topic of this second unit is Understanding Human Being and its Expansion. Now in this we will be studying about the domain of right understanding that starts from understanding the human being. We will be studying and understanding human being, the knower, the experiencer and the doer, and will be extending this understanding to nature and its existence, how human is dependent on nature and how nature is helpful for its existence and its interconnectedness and coexistence. And finally, we will be understanding the role of the human being in its existence, that is human conduct. Now, starting with the first part of Unit 2, here we will be studying about human personality, human as an experiencer, doer, performer and learner, and we'll be differentiating between fear and anger, or we'll be trying to know about the topic fear and anger. Now let's start with the topic, and that is human personality. Now broadly speaking, the human personality structure consists of the following three personalities. That is, the first one is the experiencer. The experience is the person who experiences the past and takes the all the events into consideration which has occurred in the past. Even you can call it feeler or perceiver, one who perceives. The second personality is the doer or performer. The third personality is learner or knower. The doer is the person who performs act, and the learner is the person who learns from the past to benefit the future, present and the future. The body and mind, intellect are three equipments. The body, mind and intellect are the three equipments through which these three expresses out in the universe. Means that these three, the experiencer, doer and learner, all these speak out through with the help of body, mind and intellect in the universe. These are the tools to communicate. Now what is experiencer? One by one we should know, we should try to understand what is experiencer, what is doer or performer, or what is learner. Now the first one is experiencer, the first personality, experiencer, feeler or perceiver. In the case of the majority of us is a soul experiencer. It's absent in the beginning when we were infants. When we were infants, we were not having any previous experience. So at the birth or at the infant state, experience portion was missing. But as the child grows older, the false ego rises. When the child is infant, there is no ego in it, then there is no false feelings in the infant stage. Now as the child grows, the false ego rises, which gets stronger and stubborn when one starts identifying with the worldly attraction. As the person grows and his stubborn behavior, his false ego, they all get stronger, and because these are just because of the worldly attractions for which he generates affinity, and for that reason his false ego and stubborn behavior gets on increasing. On account of relative relativistic and consciousness and forgetful our true nature, we then identify with the experience, body conscious or ego, and forgot to as to whom the real experience is. So what we try is that means people try to forget about the consciousness and are attracted toward the materialistic world, and they don't get to the real experience of the life. So yes, sir is the person who gains the experience from the past doings to improve its present and future. Now is a series of experience. We know that we are living life and we have good experience, bad experience, all type of experiences are there, neutral experiences are there, and these experiences are like classroom. We learn from the experience. It is a fact that we can learn from the past experience and build the future with care and positive attitude. So we should learn from our past mistakes and to improve our present and futures with a positive attitude. So this is just the personality of a human being is first that he experiences the things of the past and tries to improve its future with the experience. If all experiences are considered as classroom, they can be valuable tools in providing deeper understanding of the life. So if you take your experiences as your classrooms, the learning arena from where you learn the things, so it will be a great tool for you to understanding the life with deeper values and would be taking you towards the swatantrata, that is prosperity and happiness, if you understand your life in a better and positive attitude way. Now the second one is doer or performer. Doer is one who does the thing, or one who acts the thing or performs like a stage performer performs on the stage. So with the development of experience, sir, feeler or perceiver aspect of the human personality, means once you have developed that these experiencing or perceiving personality in you, the notion I am the doer also becomes deeply rooted. The thing that comes in your mind is that you are the doer. You have become uh, you are doing all the things becomes deeply rooted, which is not good. This is duality. In reality, all are just a channel or instrument of doing and not the doer. We are not the doer, we are doing as the destiny is deciding, or as the perceiving you have perceived the things we are doing. However, with the rise of false, we forget that this truth and mistakenly take ourselves as the doer. We are not the doer. Doer is God. We are doing the things that the path that has been manufactured by the God. So first personality is perceiver. The second is doer. Doer should be like you are doing the things with your experiences. You cannot think that you are the God. You are the doer. You are whatever you can do, negative, positive. You can. Next is the learner or the knower. The things which you learn, you have a mind. Human being is one of the best creature in the world created by God, and he can use his brains for the positivity and happiness of the of his life and the others life. Now human can learn from their own mistakes. Very true, the human can learn from their mistakes and can experience deeper understanding unfolding from within and more. So once you learn from your mistake, we can see that generally it is a proverb that you should learn from your mistakes. So when the human can, if learns from his mistakes, then he can move towards a bliss, ananda, that towards understanding of harmony and bliss, ananda can be achieved. Worldly life is full of sorrows. Now the worldly life which we are surrounded with so many experiences is full with dukh and sorrows. Nonetheless, it can also give us joy if we have some understanding of the spiritual principles. So if you have the understanding of the spiritual principles, you can experience the bliss, that is ananda. And if you learn the things in a most infant manner or most natural manner, then you will pave the path for the ananda or bliss. Now, learner and knower, we can say that we human are endowed with the capacity to learn and grow continuously. We learn from the past, make the corrections, and make the path, a growing path continuously for us. So we have endowed with, we have, human beings have that capacity, inborn capacity, that they continuously are learning and growing. From the past civilization to the current civilization, you can see that human beings are learning and growing. To learn means to know what's right and wrong. Learning means that you should learn what are the things that are wrong, right. You should be, your mind should be able to differentiate between the wrong and the right, or be able to separate water from a milk, as mystic swan. Mystic swan is associated with purity. And so as pure as you can separate water from the milk, you should able to learn that what is right, and you should be able to differentiate between right and wrong. So then you will be conceived as a learner. Facility of discriminating intellect is absent in animals. So this thing is to distinguish between right and wrong is prominent in human beings but distinct in animals. This is what so special about this human form, the capacity to learn with undivided attention and interest. So we have the capacity to learn and discriminate between the good and bad, which is actually absent in human animals. So that's why we are learner or knower. In a nutshell, we can say the goal of true learning is to attain proper understanding. So you should have proper understanding of your body and of yourself, of the life, so that we can enjoy life's journey with right understanding. So we should be living the life with proper understanding and enjoying the life. Even though there is worldly sorrow surrounded to you, there are ditches of sorrow and rise of happiness, and these is mixed. But you, if you understand yourself, your life, your journey can be enjoyable. With right understanding, we know where we are in consciousness all the time. We should be in consciousness at all the time and enjoy our life's journey with proper understanding. Lack of mature understanding make us live in anger and frustration. So if you don't have mature understanding about life, or you have do not have clear cut differences between good and bad, thus not progressing in spiritual life, so you will be not having, you will be having from anger and frustration if you don't have a mature understanding. Mind control at its best when we change through right understanding and not through reactions. So it should be not that we should be reacting to each and every change, but we should have a right understanding that okay, this change is correct for the human being or for you and for the society, for the environment, and this change is wrong for the for human being society. So that's why we are called, we, our third personality is a learner or knower. Now what is fear and anger? Fear or anger, you can say fear is there, and fear generates to anger also, and this results from without we have a proper understanding of human being. So with proper understanding, born of concentration, attention and alertness, baser and fears do not take root in the mind. So if you have a proper understanding between good and bad, right and wrong, and you are like a mystic swan who can separate milk from the water, you have a concentration, alertness, then fear will not take root in your mind. There will be no fear of life. You will be enjoying your life journey and will be living fearlessly without any negative attitude towards anybody or towards yourself or the body. As a result, with true learning comes humanity. So if you have a true learning, you will have the humanity in you. You will have contentment. You will be content and compassion, selflessness. You will not be selfish. You will be thinking about your other people's society as well as nature, which we will be going to study through this second unit, that interconnectedness with the nature of human being. So contentment, compassion, selfless, truthfulness, and simplicities, these all are generated with the help of true understanding or understanding human being comprehensively with proper understanding. To receive such true learning or understand the right way of life, need us to seek the company of the holy. So if you want to learner of this true thing, true learning of this, or understand the life in the right way, you need to seek the company of the holy persons who have comprehensive understanding of human body through self exploration, and they can distinguish between right and wrong. So if you want yourself to be able to understand the right way of life, you need to get in touch with the holy persons. So with this we are going to end this first part of the unit 2. In the next part we will be studying about the nature understanding, what are the four orders of nature, interconnectedness and mutual fulfillment in nature, harmony with nature, etc. Till then, thank you for your valuable time. Bye bye.